Yo guys, it's Nick's Lotus. I've got some obscure win cons for you guys. So we're gonna get the combat-based win cons right out of the way, because they won't always win you the game, but they will a lot of the time. So up first, we've got Archetype of Imagination. Archetype of Imagination is 4 and 2 blue for a 3/2. Creatures you control have flying. Creatures your opponents control lose and can't have flying. Your whole board's unblockable. That'll win you a game. In a similar vein, we've got Brave the Elements. 1 white for an instant. Choose a color. White creatures you control gain protection from that chosen color until end of turn. Not only is this protection from removal for all your stuff, but if you have a huge board full of white creatures, you can easily get them all through and smoke a player at the table with this. Repay in Kind is 5 and 2 black for a sorcery. Each player's life total becomes the lowest life total among players. Yeah, I guess you guys can pretty obviously see how you could knock out multiple players in a turn with this. All I can imagine is a Cuckoo Show deck where you get one player to 5 and then drop your commander and then tie. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Blackblade Reforged is one of my favorites. It's 2 for an equipment that equips for 7, but if it equips to a legendary creature, it only equips for 3, and it gives the creature +1/+1 for each land you control. In my Alayla deck, this has won me way more games than I'd like to admit. Up next, we've got my most popular YouTube short with Lumbering Satyr, 2 and 2 green for a 5/4. All creatures gain Forest Walk, not just yours, okay? Then you pair this with the Yavimaya Cradle of Growth. So let's say you're just playing big creature, pass, big Timmy card, pass, and then one turn you go Lumbering Satyr, drop Yavimaya, everything's forest, all my stuff's unblockable, that's big Timmy cards now, smash everyone's face, win the game. Now we're getting into the trying to win the game straight up with combos. So up first, we've got Liliana's Contract. You may have seen this card before, 3 and 2 black for an enchantment. When Liliana's Contract enters the battlefield, draw 4 cards and lose 4 life. That's already not bad. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 4 or more demons with different names, you win the game. Obviously, you're thinking, all right, I could run this demon, I could run this demon, I guess I could do that demon, that seems pretty good. Demons are quite expensive though, so this seems pretty hard to pull off. What if you just put Universal Automaton into play? Skeletal Changeling, Moonglove Changeling, Changeling Outcast, Ghostly Changeling. Very similar names, but they're not the same. And let me see, Changelings are every creature. Oh wow, yeah, they're demons. And that's a total of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana to get all 5 of the demons out. Yeah, that seems a lot easier. It's just a fun little wacky cuckoo way I came up with to win the game, all right? Get the fuck out of my face. Up next is kind of a mean one. This next one's kind of mean. So, if you're in a Rakdos deck, you run Asmodeus, who's 4 and 2 black for a 6/6. If you would draw a card, instead exile that card face down, you can pay 3 black to draw 7 cards, and you can pay 1 black to return all exiled cards with Asmodeus into your hand. So you can pay 4 mana to draw 7 cards, essentially. You also lose that much life for each card you put in, so keep that in mind. But if you got someone at the table that doesn't run black, you pair that with something like, let's say, I don't know, Bizarre Trader. 1 in a red for a 1/1, tap it. Target player gains control of target artifact, creature, or land you control. You give Asmodeus to the deck that doesn't run black. Ugh, it seems like that player's locked out of the game for the rest of the game. It's a bummer. Up next, we've got Mirrodin Besiege second half. So Mirrodin Besiege is 2 and a blue for an enchantment. As Mirrodin Besiege enters the battlefield, choose Mirrodin or Phyrexia. If you choose Mirrodin, whenever you cast an artifact spell, create a 1/1 colorless mirror artifact creature token. With Phyrexian, at the beginning of your end step, you draw a card and discard a card, and if there are 15 or more artifacts in your graveyard, you win the game. So after you play Mirrodin Besieged, you're going to want to go ahead and play Opt, Preordain, whatever scry spell you want, and we're really hoping that one of these cards on the top isn't a land. You make sure you put that non-land card at the bottom, and then we play Tunnel Vision, which allows us to name a card, and then target player mills cards off the top of their library until they hit that card. If they don't hit the card, all the cards get shuffled back in, but if they do hit the card, they all go to the graveyard. So you name the card you put at the bottom with Opt or Preordain, you mill your whole deck except that card. It's an artifact deck, so you definitely have more than 15 artifacts in your graveyard. Mirrodin Besiege triggers at the end of your turn, you win the game. We've got a really interesting one here. So, it uses Barren Glory, 4 and 2 white for an enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control no permanents other than Barren Glory and have no cards in hand, you win the game. And then it runs Apocalypse, 2 and 3 red for a sorcery, remove all permanents from the game, discard your hand. Now, you may be asking yourself, won't that get rid of Barren Glory? And then if you play the Apocalypse first, when you have to discard Barren Glory? You're completely right. That's why you Oblivion Ring your own Barren Glory. So you play Oblivion Ring, 2 and a white for an enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, exile another non-land permanent, and then when O-Ring leaves the battlefield, that card comes back. So you play Oblivion Ring on your own Barren Glory, then Apocalypse, wipes the board, including your Oblivion Ring, discard your hand, causing Barren Glory to come back into play with nothing on the field. Comment down below your weirdest combo that you have, or the weirdest win con you have in a deck, because these were some of the weirdest I could come up with. Let me know about that in the comments down below. Thank you guys for all the support. Like, share, check out some of the YouTube shorts. If you haven't been a part of the community, you can go to the community tab. I do a lot of polls and questions and stuff for upcoming videos, so if you'd like to have some kind of say on what the videos are coming out, make sure you go there and vote and do all that stuff. Check out the live streams on Monday, Thursday, and second Saturday. We love doing some live streams. We're trying to review every Magic card in existence. So yeah, pretty tall order, especially at the rate they're coming out. But that means I have a live stream for a while, so that helps. Anyway, guys, appreciate the hell out of you guys. Much love. Go play some Magic.